All right. This is your boy like again. I apologize. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, and I'm so sorry. I pressed the stop broadcast. I was trying to stop screen share. So that's on me. My bad. My problem. Wow. I ended up podcasting so long I wasn't paying attention to what buttons I pressed. So hopefully Mr. F. Fox and Jewel will jump back in. So again, I apologize for that. No, I'm not tired. I ain't did a podcast in so long.
Don't worry. We're off eventually.
Yeah, I've been doing work for the radio station and helping people in the Caribbean and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a long thing. So, but as hopefully Ray will jump back in, and anybody else who there, where the link is for those who get the stuff, they could jump in. There you go. What up, Jeeves? Mike is mute. Kids, but at least you jump in this time. Because like I said, I that's when you didn't do something in a long time, which is this podcast. God dang. Oh. Hi. What up, Andre?
Oh man, it's been a while.
You telling me? You telling me?
And the last.
Go ahead,
if you're wondering, the last topic that we were on was about the PlayStation.
Yeah, the PlayStation CFO saying what they're going to do with the PlayStation in the future on. Like I said, I mean, it's not. I posted a Google Plus. Is they want to do? They're not going to be a big significant upgrade from PlayStation 4 Pro. Not surprising, but they're going to do more microtransaction in games. Not good.
No, I didn't.
Huh?
That's more spending after the sale.
I don't know why people think that this is a great thing, but hey, if they want to do it, that's them. Pay. People want to pay, they pay.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. But hey, look at as I said before, I posted this on which is about the ICO. The ICO where now they're doing pre-orders for
DLC.
Yeah, pre-orders for microtransactions.
That is some bullshit. For like the whole pre-order thing. Why would you pre-order something that's gonna be available anyway?
What? I'm sorry. Pre-ordering loot boxes.
Yeah, why would you pre-order something that's gonna be available anyway? I could see if it was like, okay, I could understand you pre-ordering like a season, like not a season pass, but like getting like the DLC package that comes with the game before it comes out, just because you really like the franchise or something. Like someone said, hey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out, and here's this mountain of extra content for $20 or $30. You just get it out the way before when you buy the game. Okay, I can understand that, but something that is not going to be in limited supply that you can get anytime. Like what? That makes no sense.
And you pre-order it, but the thing about it is you're not pre-ordering content, you're pre-ordering money in to buy more content.
Oh. So this is kind of like those microtransactions in smartphone games.
Yep. They're already doing it with loot boxes, like Jewel just said. So
there's only one thing to do. I think I'm gonna have to keep my not buying EA stuff.
I don't think EA is the only one, but it got to you.
Well, I mean, period. Just like
you think that's stupidly heard that oh yeah, Blizzard was saying that they're not because of their loot boxes are different from our loot boxes.
Yeah, they're all trying to cover their asses with it now. They're like, well, you see, our thing is a little bit different because it's purple. It's like EA is like, well, ours aren't called ours on loot boxes, they're loot crates. It's like it's the same thing, motherfucker.
These are all items that have a generator in them to give you X amount of items, for a Y amount of cash. And
Yeah.
some of those X items are repurposed items that you already gotten.
I'm
Look,
just
Obvious is it?
I'm just saying why again you're pre-ordering. Okay, you're pre-ordering to get physical stuff. I have no problem with that because I've done that. I pre-ordered to get content. I don't do that. I ain't gonna say I never did that because I that would be a lie. But I have not done it in recent years because it's just like, you know what, that's what it is to get me to buy a game. And if I don't see it being, including now that games are getting shittier and shittier, and I'm not talking about content, I'm talking about with the brokenness and everything. Nah, I gotta see what the game's all about first. Because even like with Mario or even with Xenoblade, I have the season pass. I'm gonna wait until summer 2018 before I buy the season pass because I want to see what that story is gonna extend it to be. If it's not a good if the story extended that much, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm good by having it just a regular Xenoblade game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, I tend to give the benefit of the doubt to people who have a track record for not screwing me over. And thus far, Monolith Soft hasn't screwed me over with their games.
No, and that's cool. I'm not saying everybody has their own way of buying.
Yeah.
For me, I was just saying, I know you see, having more missions and stuff like that doesn't intrigue me myself per se. Again, that's me. I'm talking for myself, but like a story added on to that story. Okay, I want to see if the story is extensive. A little 10 more hours of a story. Hey, I'll be down with it.
That's the way I feel about it. It's like there's certain genres of games that if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, we're going," like if Nintendo said, "Hey, we're going to add another 300 stars to Mario Odyssey and you can get it for $20," I'd be like, it's not that bad. Or if they said, "Hey, we're going to add, we're gonna do a extended like it depends," but like them like saying, "Well, you can load money that you can spend real money to get fake money that you can use to buy randomized loot boxes."
Yeah.
What the?
You already get paid $40 at least for this quality item of a game, and now you're trying to make more money off of us by putting in this.
Well, here's the thing. Again, their business. They want to do it again. If somebody as a Red Crew agree with this, you know what? If they present a turd sandwich in front of me, I don't have to buy the turd sandwich, even though I love carrot cake. They say, "Hey, get this turd sandwich, but you get the carrot cake." I'm good. But other people, they go and have it, and it's a business. They present it to you. It's shitty, but people keep on doing it. What can I say?
Here's the thing that bothers me. Okay.
Wait, before you go into it, I was gonna say, for example, the article that was talking to Game Biz that I posted on Google Plus, the game's not out. You're pre-ordering this thing already, and they already don't have $3.5 million in pre-order for microtransactions.
Exactly.
So they're already doing it.
Yeah. So the thing that bothers me is that we're savvy gamers. We're not falling for the bullshit. But I mean, it's kind of like this, right? It's like, and I hate to use such a serious example, but it's like, okay, it's like during the civil rights movement, right? It's like you boycott a business that's run by someone who really doesn't like people of color. And then there's that one person, "Well, I'm going to go anyway." It's like, man, you're fucking it up for all of us. You just get, like, if you support the bullshit, you're messing it up for everybody else. And like so many, not all gamers are going with this, but enough are going with it that they're making money off of it. It's a viable business option.
There are channels that have loot box channels.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that there's such a crap like that. That you just literally just sit there, spend $5-6, put it on your channel, and you get millions of views. God, what is wrong with entertainment today?
People are stupid. Gamers are stupid.
Anything can be entertainment. That's the problem.
That's entertainment to see somebody open up a beast. That's not it. Wow. I mean, that's a low hanging fruit.
I was about to say that's not low hanging fruit. That's pile of beep.
That's the rotten fruit that fell off the tree.
I'm about to say, that's the stuff that's been on the ground already.
Yeah, that's the one that's on the ground, and you ain't got to worry about it. You're like,
That's the fruit you look at. You're like, I'm not even gonna eat that fruit.
like, you know what? It got a worm. It's kind of soft. You know what? I don't want to. I don't want to reach up and go to low hanging fruit. Let me just pick it off the ground and just eat
that fruit. Yeah, low hanging fruit is okay. Game wise, low hanging fruit is Capcom releasing Okami again this gen. That's low hanging fruit.
Let me not even start with that, because I would love to. Again, I would not be surprised at the sales of that game when it comes out. I do not know what Capcom is thinking.
Yeah, and like the one system that it would really make sense for you to put it on, they aren't putting it on, and I'm like, what the fudge? Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, hey, they could follow the same pattern that they did before. They put it on Sony, it sucked. They put it on Nintendo, it did well. They put it on Sony again, it sucked.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this time they're putting it on everything except the Switch, which is like, yeah, I'm like, y'all some dumbasses, aren't you?
I can understand PC.
Yeah, PC, I can understand, because that's a market that's never had it. But I don't get
giving it back to Sony.
They tried it on a Sony console.
I was like, I don't
even know about Xbox.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm like, look, the Xbox is the dude bro box. They aren't gonna buy Okami.
They didn't buy Final Fantasy. They barely buy Final Fantasy. Which, I mean, again, all the Final Fantasy people who bought it on Xbox, that's cool, you guys. 101.1 million of you guys bought it on Xbox. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's a lot of people. So that's a lot of people that bought it. But the 5 million is on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, why? I mean, and like as you said, and again, I didn't know it was injustice. What we just said, you put it in Sony consoles twice, and it didn't do good.
Yep, and now they're going for the third time. They're
going for the try. They're going for the try.
3 feet. Yeah, they're like, yeah. Well, we struck out once. We struck out twice. Well, maybe this time will be the lucky one.
At this point, I would say we just stop putting that picture up. Putting that batter up.
Yeah,
and get somebody else to do it.
And you know what the sad thing is that I'm probably gonna get Okami again on PC. I've bought that game. I bought that game for the PS2 twice, because the first disc got scratched to hell, and because I played it so much, and then I got it for Wii, and then I got it for the PS3, and I might buy it again. So I think I'm personally qualified to say this right now. Capcom, you have a problem.
But you want to know something that's even worse? You want to know something that's even worse? The version of Okami that they put on the Wii was a messed up version, and it sold better than the.
How bad?
Well, it wasn't like super bad. It was because they were missing some stuff from the original code.
Well, because Capcom lost some of the code, or it was destroyed, or
no, because they lost platinum.
But and I know they had to strip out a lot of the some of the references, like the clovers.
Yeah,
were kind of swapped out for something else because they couldn't use, which is weird because the PS3 version, the HD PS3 version, has the clovers, which is weird, but whatever.
You know, it's funny too, but again, also, I mean, it was a cheap port, because again, remember they used the IGN for their box cover. I have that. That box cover.
I remember that too. They used that photo.
But Okami, that's sad. It's a good game. Yeah, Okami is a good game, and like Capcom, if you're listening, I just have one thing to say. Could you take some of that money that you, well, actually you guys are flirting with having to sell some shit full of Sony and sell some buildings, but if this turns out to be a breakaway hit on PC, could you guys take some of that money and actually make a real Okami 2 sequel on a console, please? It
would be nice. It would be nice, but I don't know if they don't have the pedigree though.
They keep on. We'll find them here. Let's do the best of both worlds. Go to Capcom. Okay, go to Platinum.
Yeah.
Go to Platinum and say, look, listen, we did you dirty. We're sorry. You guys know how to make Okami. Could you make a real Okami sequel for a console? Here's $5 million. Boom.
No, at that point, I'd say, hey, can we contract you to do all the series that you were doing before that we screwed you over on? let's get
some quality.
Let's get a beautiful Joe game out. Let's get another God Hand.
Well, God Hand was a little too off the wall even for me, and I'm a Platinum fanboy, but God Hand was like, no, man. There's like a move you can do in that game where you're like supposed to be putting the guy in like a snake armbar, but it looks like you're doing something else to the poor bastard. So God Hand's a little too far even for me, but I mean, hell, another Okami. Look, I'm gonna keep it real. Okami's like one of the best Zelda games that is not a Zelda game I've ever played.
Yeah,
well,
and it changes the formula just enough. Yeah, it changes the formula just enough that it doesn't feel derivative.
It doesn't, but it is Zelda-like, and the way of you using the again, man, I still remember the first time I used the freaking rosary beads and Izuma pile driver drop with. I was like, dang, they going all out with this thing.
Yep, like Okami, when you first look at it, you're like, oh, this is just a Zelda knockoff, and then you get into the battle system. It's like this battle system is way better than it has any business being.
And that's the sad part about it. Like you read, I bought it 3 times, but twice on the Wii because I gave one to my sister. But I bought it on PlayStation 2. I thought it was a good game. I was like, oh, this is something different. Even though it came out around the same time with Twilight Princess, was like, I still like it. It was something different. This is good. And then I was like, wow, it didn't sell. Huh.
Yeah, like I did a podcast where it was like, I don't know why that game didn't sell because it's like the graphical style of Okami is gorgeous. That game really does hold up, because of the graphical style.
Yeah,
and the gameplay is tight. I mean, the one flaw that I have to say with the game is that the camera is a little shitty, but 3D platformers all have camera issues. I've never seen a 3D platformer where the camera was perfect yet. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know. Yeah. That's the nature of the beast, if you will.
Yeah. But like I said, we'll see what Cap's doing. They have their. I'm keeping an eye on. I'll be honest. I'm keeping my eye on because I already bought one Capcom game for the year, which is Monster Hunter Stories, and I like it. So,
yeah, that's a fun game.
So I'm not. So I've enjoyed it so far. So I'm not nothing bad out of that. I am keeping my eye on Resident Evil Revelations just to keep an eye on it. They said they're using the Joy-Cons as kind of like a nunchuck. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm kind of like
If they
I'm a little iffy on that one.
Well, I never bought it for the Wii U. I know for the 3DS, but I never bought it for the Wii U. I was going to, and I was like, you know what, nah. And so I wouldn't mind it. That my point would be, like I said, I gotta see more to be ready for it because it's just Capcom. That's all it is right now. I don't know what they're doing. I do not know what they're doing. There's
never been a company that can snatch defeat from the jaws of victory like Capcom. they will find a way to mess it up. It's like, we got Monster Hunter. Let's mess that up.
My latest, and the Fink one of my was a Capcom game.
Well, a lot of people, all of us who's here, and those who are listening, Melvin and Winston Twin, like all of us, we played games and play a lot of these old classic games that we like. And again, they have an IP. And again, I'll say it again, and I said it on Red's podcast last time, which was, people, it's not you're not gonna buy it. Stop asking, hey, Nintendo buy this. It's not as easy as y'all think. Just stop it.
Yeah.
If I am desperate to sell something, I'm going to ask you to pay my debt. And that's what they're going to do. They're not going to just sell it to you. Oh, here you go. No, they're going to tell you, you want Mega Man? All right, give me about $4 or $5 million more to pay off my debt. They're going to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, here's the thing. If it was just $4 or $5 million. And
I know it's not. I give an example. I know it's way to that.
Probably be like, you know what? This is business. But Capcom owes a lot of people, and they owe a lot of money. So, Nintendo's not going to do that. And here's the thing: if the brain trust was still there and they were valuable, Nintendo might be more inclined to do it. But all the talented people at Capcom, most of them have left, and the people that are still there are kind of the C team. They're not even the B team. They're the C team.
But again, like I think it was Sprite. I think it's Sprite who said that it made no sense anyway because you already have in the indie teams where most of these people went to. You have Platinum to go do that. You have NC Curates to do the Mega Man cuts off if you want to do, which is Gunvolt. So you have the people who do the derivative of the games that people like, and they've done well. They've sold well. They've done well.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah.
it made us.
They went indie, or they said, "F you, we're going to do our own thing." Like Arc System Works, a lot of those are former Capcom people. So,
And I am happy that they have the gumption to come to America and set up their own publishing studio, publisher in America.
Yeah,
bravo!
I'm happy.
Yeah.
For people like me who thought the pinnacle of 2D fighting was like during the 16-bit era with like Street Fighter and SNK and Samurai Showdown and stuff like that. Like for me, 2D style cell shaded fighters were all the rage, and that's my favorite form of 2D things. And when Capcom went all, yeah, we're gonna go with this. Oh God. I just have one thing to say, and then I'm gonna drop the whole ragging on people. Could developers and publishers stop talking about what engine they make the damn game in? Just stop.
Well, it goes back to what I said. Just make the game, talk what the game is all about, and let it release. Stop talking about tech. Just stop.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not getting angry at them because they're talking about it. I get angry because they talk about it and the game comes out and it's a buggy piece of shit. Like, if you're gonna talk about the engine, like, okay, if Nintendo came out and said, yeah, we made Mario Odyssey in Unreal 15, I'd be like, wow, that's pretty amazing what you were capable of doing with Unreal 15. And I'd be very surprised because that's a really good looking game and it really doesn't have any frame dips or anything like that. It's very well performed. It's a well performing title.
Yep.
But if you're gonna say we made this Unreal 4 and then the game comes out and it's like broken, people are falling through the floors and their faces are melting off, and
there's a problem with your technology on that point.
Yeah, I don't wanna hear anyone. We used. I don't care what engine you use. You need to go do something because I'm pretty sure your face is not supposed to fall off your character.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, this is how you know.
But this is how I know that somebody is paying their intelligence bills.
Well, like I said,
about the graphics, and yet those graphics turn out to make the game worse.
Well, it goes to, I think, and I apologize for if I did jack your podcast, Ray, because I did. Now I just saw the thing that says BS Busters now came up on my phone, so I didn't.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
So I did, yeah. But I was gonna say it like the whole the Sony Microsoft, like again, you just say with that, like again, Cuphead. It's not a powerhouse. It's a nice, good game with cel-shaded graphics. Our hand-drawn, I should say that, so hand-drawn art style that looks good, plays great, and it's not, oh my goodness.
No, it's not a graphical powerhouse, but it does hold you down and curb stomp you in the nuts. It does. Ooh, that game looks like a Disney cartoon, but it don't play like one.
No, it don't. But here's the thing, though. Again, and that's why I was trying to tell people the power is a tool. The game idea, as I have game idea on the channel, like that's the number one thing to make a game great is your game idea. Because again, Cuphead, I played it, I enjoy it, and you're playing on a freaking higher level than what I beat it on. But I liked it. Have a little frustration points in there, but enjoy it. Hell, it has what's the other one? Like, I have not checked this out, but a lot of people say they enjoy it, and I'm not against it because I'll try to check it out. What's the one that came out from Ninja Theory? Hellblade. No. Hellblade.
Setsuna's Sacrifice. Hellblade. Setsuna's Senua's or Setsuna, something like that. Senua's
Sacrifice. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it. Looks really good, and a lot of people say it plays without no problem, and it didn't cost that much money to do that. So if Ninja Theory could do that, then come on, EA, Activision, all you guys, yeah, come on. Nah, you ain't fooling me because I've been in the industry, but stop trying to fool these games. Yeah, it takes a lot of money to make these games. Nah, you guys just
because they're spending most of their money on advertising.
I know
that's what they're spending their money on. Like, because these games probably cost between 30 and 50 million, which is a lot of money, but
yeah,
like that's still not like movie blockbuster level. And then they're spending 75, 80, 100 million on advertising, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous. Spending that much on advertising something. That's
it is crazy, and we see how it does. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense to do this stuff, but people do, and it is weird of that. But like I said, yeah, a couple. Let's see, you have 2000. I'll say this: 2017, from my point of view, maybe. And again, at the end of the year, I'm gonna have my usual end of the year show with everybody. Hopefully, you guys can join in. We can talk about what we did last year and the year before that. But the 2017 has not been, from my point of view. I played some really good games. I really have.
Yeah.
For me, I agree. Since there's some games that actually came out pretty well in every year that I played.
Yeah, there are a couple good surprises. Like, if I have to tell the truth, like I said, I didn't have no problem with Sonic. Like I said, Sonic Mania came out, liked it, enjoyed, never had no problems with it. It's sad, which is not surprising what Sonic Mania is doing right now. And again, I got nothing against Sonic Forces right now, but I've seen enough people say that, and I don't like that GameStop boost style gameplay. That's just never my thing. That was never my thing. So I let that go. Maybe my sister, because go ahead.
I think you're more adventurous instead of boost character.
Yeah. So like I said, my sister might like it because she does love colors and all stuff like that. And then you have like what do you call it? Then you have like I said, Cuphead, as Red just said, that came out. That's pretty cool. They have a couple indie games which I'm going to talk about, and that's basically what me and Red were going to talk about right now. Like, I brought it up on the last podcast. I think the last podcast about Mummy Demastered. Very good Metroid style game with a little mix of what's the game again?
Contra.
No. The Ubisoft game.
Prince of Persia.
No, the one that when Zombie U. Because if you die, you gotta go back. You gotta go all the way back and fight your zombie self to get your stuff back. Which is, it's frustrating to get it if you come close to the end boss and you're like, son of a bitch. My guys basically maxed the frig up, but I gotta go through that. Oh, lordy.
You be swearing up and down for what?
Well, I mean, there is kind of a fail-safe, because basically you can only carry like 3 guns and a grenade. So like you can like basically, but the zombie will use one of the 3 weapons that you have, and some of them may use the grenade. It depends on the AI parameters. But I mean, I haven't really died yet, because basically like I'm playing really cautiously. But I've seen some people who've died, and I'm like, damn, that's not cool.
but it makes you cautious. The only flaw I have in it, and the flaw in a way, is what it did was with the square map system, which is you in Metroid, as we just got Metroid Return of Samus. If you go in a room and it's box by box, if you see an open spot in the box, that means you can go up or look around or whatever. That in that game, they just give you the box. So you have to force yourself to explore, because you be like, I didn't know this wall. Oh wow! So you really have to bring back. In other words, you have to bring back your original Metroid playing style in some of this game. Not all of it, but it's some, because there's one stage that is as soon as you come in. As soon as you come into one of the world levels, you go all around, you beat whatever it is, you beat the boss, you have to backtrack someplace, and you're like, where am I supposed to go? And the entrance is right there by the next world entrance is right above the front of the first entrance that you came in. I was like, damn. I don't know. Never figured that out. If I did just jump around and do none of that stuff, like.
I mean, but I have to give it props for having that Metroid thing where you get a new weapon, you get a new ability, and it's like, okay, now I can go back and go in these areas that I couldn't go to before. I can open these types of doors. I can go here, which, I mean, that's one of the joys of Metroid. It's like, oh shoot, now I have this awesome weapon that can go through armoring yeah, what can I do with this? And you go, and they're like, oh shoot, I can open these types of doors. Oh, that's great. Now I can explore.
Yep. So it is really, What, sorry, Joe?
Thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It is really good that you have that. So you have that as one of them. Why not just answer for the fun of it? Middleman said, how long do you think EA will kill Respawn?
I say at least before the middle of the year 2018.
It's going to be less than 5 years.
Right before summer, right before next summer, right before E3.
It's going to be less than 5 years. They're going to make one more Titanfall. It's probably going to suck. And then that'll start the decline. And then they might do one other game, and it's probably going to be like someone else's game that they're going to quote unquote help on, and then that'll be the end of it. And then they'll shutter them too. I was going to say this in my podcast, but I'll say it in yours. I think that when EA helped them reform Respawn under the EA banner, I think that there was an option for EA to buy Respawn if something came around later on, and I think that's why EA helped tank Titanfall 2 and released it like in such a really bad time.
Which they did.
I think they did that to devalue the studio so that they wouldn't have to pay as much. And I think that
which my point is that's understandable. So if I could see it, you could see it, everybody here could see that. Why the hell would you let EA buy your studio? If
that's the one thing. I'm like, you guys didn't. Okay, you guys left EA because they were dicks. And then you went to Activision, and then you left Activision because they were dicks. And then you formed Respawn under EA's auspices and probably gave them a sweetheart deal to help you give the money to get the studio started. And that's why I think, that's what I think happened. I think EA had the buy-in option. Because it's so. All these little disparate events that seem to fall into EA's favor, them putting why would Titanfall be released between two major? They've literally sent that game out to die.
Yep.
And I think Titanfall 2 sold less than the original Titanfall, which wasn't a big seller either. Okay, don't get it twisted. So.
But Titanfall 2 is way superior than Titanfall 1.
Oh yeah, it's a better game. It's kind of like, okay, the original Metroid Prime sold the best, but really the Metroid Prime series got better the longer the franchise went along because they refined it. They dropped things that didn't work or refined things that didn't work and added new stuff that kind of kept it fresh. But the first game sold the most. But in this case, it's like, they dropped Titanfall between Battlefield, Star Wars
1,
Battlefield 1, and Call of Duty. They put it. I'm like, why would you? This is a bad business decision. But then I was thinking about, wait a second. What if EA, when they helped put up the money to get that studio started over there under them, what if they made it like that? And I was like, they should have known better. They should have known better.
No, that's what. Just like I would say, it's like, yes, they should have known better. Because some from me be outside like, oh, why you drop my game between this slew of shooters, which you already have shooters already, and now you bought it. And again, it's kind of weird. Last week, shut down Visceral. This week, buy a new studio. That's too. That's too. There's too many coincidences. If something is a coincidence once, you'd say, well, that's serendipity. Twice, maybe, but 3 times, there's something going on. There's something. Yeah, there's some collusion going on, and this is EA we're talking about, and they are the devil. So. Yep. I give it to Jim Sutton. Like I said, I props the man out. The EA is the unicorn of the development studios.
Yeah.
Unicron or what's the guy from Fantastic Four? I forgot the guy.
You're talking about
Galactus.
Galactus. Yes.
Galactus is very appropriate. He eats planets. EA eats studios. They eat them. They digest them.
They absorb all of the energy.
And then they pass gas, and that gas is the remnants of what that studio used to be. And really, that's appropriate because look at BioWare now. Look at Maxis now. Look at Origin now. Look at
at the beginning, which I did. I list off the games. I list off all the studios that got shut down,
Yeah.
And if I have to say, if I have to, I think I can find it quick again. It's the proper. I'm not okay. There were offshoots, but if I have to, I'll list them again. The proper ones, the ones, the like the studios itself. Because if I add in just the offshoots, like Dice LA and BioWare Montreal, then it will be 14 games in 14 years. But if I have to be like the true thing, I'm a true studios, which is the full studios itself. It's just ridiculous how I get it. It's just weird. You see the white. It's like I'm not trying to be. No, I'm gonna be. It's like you're in a horror movie and you see how they kill the people, and you still go in a room and go do it. It just don't make sense.
Yep. It's like you're at Crystal Lake. If you're sleeping around, if you even look at someone like you're sleeping around, if you go off by yourself, you're gonna die. So don't do that. As a matter of fact, you should be like me. If I was in that scenario, I gassed up my car. I got an extra battery. I'm dropping y'all folks off. Bye, Brad and Tiffany. I'm getting the hell out of here while I can. Did you hear what happened to all those campers? Man, I was there. I dropped them off. I got the hell out of there though. I ain't staying out there in them damn woods.
Exactly.
But, they're just sitting there dealing with it. Yeah. They're sitting in all these, like, if you're an indie studio or a developer and EA says, we're really thinking about investing in your studio, get your shit in the wrong way. Yeah, get your shit in the wrong way.
Say no, look for the nearest exit, and haul tail like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, if you are an indie studio, if you're an indie studio, have a glass in your thing that says "break in case of emergency," EA emergency.
I was just gonna say break in case of EA. That's all it is. In case of EA.
And everyone just gets, like everyone suits up like in those sci-fi movies where they get into their mechs and stuff. Except they just get in slides and get in their cars and drive away, and like all their machines just blow up. It's like we gotta destroy the code so they don't steal it and just get out of there.
EA, break in case of EA. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, because they are insane. Okay. They just they destroy franchises.
So we got Bullfrog Productions, Westwood Studios, Origin System. I gotta use my thing because that's gonna do it bangly. There's Studios. Then you have New FX. Then you have EA Big. Then you have Playfish. Then you have Black Box Games. Then you have DreamWorks Interactive. Phenomic Games Development. Then you have Victory Games. Then you have Mystic Entertainment. Then you have Maxis. Then you have Ritual Games.
They just kill everything. If something is awesome, they will kill it. If something is awesome, they will kill it. Like, and it's
a
like
lot
gamers
of that got shut down, man.
And gamers just keep on. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this EA game, and I'm like, don't do it. Stop buying their game. No. I'm like, why do you keep on making it worse?
You're just black hole.
Basically, that's what it is. It's a black hole.
Stop buying their damn games, because I mean,
just hate EA as much as I can.
So, and again, and the two games, as Red just said, the next two that's close to that will be basically BioWare is close to that, and also Ghost Game, because Need for Speed is not lining up the charts.
No, I mean, but let's keep it real. You can add BioWare to that list because Anthem is not going to do all that well because it's not a Dragon Age. It's not a Dragon Age. It's not a Mass Effect. And it's not like really like EA is like, we need to make BioWare make a game that people are going to love. You guys have the Star Wars license, KOTOR 3 motherfuckers. I mean, hello. But no, that would make too much sense.
I was about to say that would mean that EA was actually thinking of Star Wars license.
No, they're thinking about the business model. See, Anthem's going to be a multiplayer. I don't know what the fuck. It's going to be a microtransaction loot crate mess, and that's what they want to do, so that they get the money and run.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what kills me for that. Like I said, I worked on 2 Need for Speed, and to see where that comes to now, how the heck? Why you put a new loot crate system, the loot card system in the daggone Need for Speed 2000 that just came out? I don't know why that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, right.
They want to make money. They want to nickel and dime you, because EA, like, here's the thing, okay? When companies do stuff like this, it's because they don't think they're making enough money than they think they should. They need to make more money. So in EA's case, they weren't clearing the numbers they thought they were going to clear. So they decided, hey, we're going to make more money by essentially nickel and diming consumers. And so that's what they're doing. They're going to nickel and dime the hell out of people.
It's effective, even if yes.
Holy crap! I'm going back over the list, and here's another a little nugget, a cool little nugget right here. I gotta say about it. So, like 2013 was the year of the black hole for EA, because they shut down Playfish, Black Box Games, DreamWorks Interactive, Platonic Games Development, Victory Games. All those were shut down in 2013. All those studios were shut down in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, at this point, I'm not even like, I can't believe. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like EA.
It's like I can't even think. I got you, but yeah. So
how many are shut down now?
Huh?
How many did EA take down? 30.
But
as in 30 companies.
No, they've shut down. They shut down 13 studios.
Yeah, but you also have to keep in mind all the little sub studios that were part of those studios.
Well, yeah. It's more than that, but I'm just calling the major studio where your name is not tagged onto it, because again, by the way, Montreal got dissolved into EA. That got shut down. Dice LA got dissolved into EA again. That got shut down. So yeah.
Yep.
So it's more as if you want to go into that in that kind of place, yes, but it's just EA is just a black hole.
It's a black hole.
Yeah.
It's like the Bates Motel. People check in, but they don't check out.
Thank you for giving us that image.
Yep. That is sure with that. But I mean, again, that's just how people have the stuff like that. That's like I said. I don't want to respond as we just listed off that stuff right there, and we're not major company owners. Like, well, you know what I mean. But like in that regard, that's the red flag to say something ain't right. But people do it, so whatever.
Yeah.
Another thing, so we'll just switch a little bit into it. To our next topic, we have some. For me, like I said, this year has been a unique year, and again, we'll talk about it at the end of the year podcast of playing games and stuff. And all of us have bought some games that I gotta say, Nintendo. I mean, seriously, I gotta like beat you guys back. I gotta have a guard dog, a fence. I mean, I basically read your idea is not even 100, is 1,000% needs to become true. Nintendo sub account. I'll give you the money, and you just give me the game.
Yeah, I mean that would make the most sense. You like at the beginning of the year, like New Year's, you're like, okay, look, I'm gonna put like $100, $200, $300 into this account. Choose what I want. The upcoming games that are coming out this year for the Switch or the 3DS or whatever, or both, and you're like, boom, I want this, and this. Ship them to me when they're done. And then just get it out the way. That'd be much better, because they're just,
Yep.
They're making it hard to resist going.
Well, I won't go that far, but I'll say this much: the amount of money that Nintendo's getting out of me this year, I was gonna get a PS4 for Black Friday, but
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna spend that money on my Switch. Really, just to be fair.
That's what it is for me. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I can't say nothing about it. I'm the same as you. I was like, okay, this is gonna be it, and I'm like, how many freaking games, man? And they keep on coming. I've been buying it. Like I said, they've been. My wallet has been.
When you're flooded with quality by quantity, that's a recipe for a crying wallet.
Well, I think EA basically, not EA, so Nintendo just basically said, okay, third parties, fuck you. We're gonna be playing. We're gonna put our shit out. If you want to jump on, jump on. If you don't, you don't. Again, and people, again, this is you heard from the Jim Stearns and everybody else. Again, like I said, I'm half and half of Jim, but my point, like I'm just saying, like him, Boogie, all those people. And look, you can look at the history. The time Nintendo makes a lot of money is when Nintendo's being Nintendo.
Yep.
I'm sorry to say, but you can look at the game history and see what they've done. When Nintendo did the Nintendo NES and the Super and did the regular NES, everybody was like, "Oh wow!" And they saved the industry, and it came to be Super NES. It really was. I wouldn't count that because that's kind of like them being what they are, and they just added on to it. Super Nintendo 64, they did certain things, but popularity. They wanted it hurt them because they tried to do a console with Sony, then they tried to do a console with Philips, and then they had to rush to get this 64 out. So that was them hurting themselves. GameCube, well, that was the most boring console, and I ain't mean like that, but you know, I mean, in developing towards just for power and all that stuff, and from Nintendo's point of view, then that's why I gotta remember his name.
Iwata.
Not Iwata, the other one. The guy who was
Yamauchi.
Yamauchi was like, fuck y'all, we're going back to being what else. Bring out Go Pay Your Boys playbook. What we got? Put that out there. Wii U DS. Here you go. Bad. I mean, a Wii and DS. So like friggin' crazy, being who they are and what it is. They try to upgrade with the Wii U. Initially, that didn't work out the way it is. Nintendo got back being what it is. And like every time it does, like, you know what? Forget when they by themselves doing what they gotta do is when they make the money.
Yeah, but I think at this point they kind of have just learned to just to hell with third parties, and I don't really blame them because I mean Nintendo's been burnt
Look
so
at how
many
times they got backstabbed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, during the 5th gen, during the 4th gen, the 5th gen, the 6th gen, the 7th gen. I mean, at a certain point, it's like, how many times can you stab me in the back before I'm gonna fall out dead, bleeding from all the stab wounds?
Yeah, and then just one more time, I'm just gonna knock it in just for this quickness. And then of course you got from the Wall Street Journal, you saw what EA said about that. I was like, yeah, that's why you went to Japan. You flew over to Japan and tell them we love Nintendo. I even named my son's middle name is Luigi.
Yeah. When that guy did that, I was like, I wish Iwata was alive so he could slap the shit out of you.
Nah, I wish Yamauchi was alive.
Like,
Yamauchi be like,
fuck you, bitch.
nah, Yamauchi be like, get him. He's in Japan. Nobody gonna see nothing.
He's like, bitch, please. That was a bitch, please moment right there.
Yep.
I named my son Luigi. Really? For real, dog. For real.
I know, right? So
you're gonna roll that shit out.
Yep.
I mean, I've said, look, as a business person, I've said some things in order to seal a deal, but I've never basically said something so pandering and full of shit and disingenuous before in my life.
Oh well, we know that's not the most disingenuous stuff. The one me and Triple M did it with the podcast, so we know that. But that's a special podcast, so we're at the end too. But yeah, it's just weird how people is. But again, I think Nintendo just say, you know what, let's do stuff ourselves. Who jumps on? They respected the indies more because the indies were there from the Wii U, so they was like, hey, you guys want to jump in? We help you out, blah blah blah, bam. Because they're just again, the indies are making money off of the game and say stuff like.
Yeah, that's how I know when third parties say we can't make money off of Nintendo consoles. I'm like, really? Because third party, I mean, the indies who are also third party, they're making bank. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know what your excuse is.
No, and also the difference with the indies is they gotta make quality games because they're small. If their game don't sell, they shut down automatically, and they, like I said, they know that they have a budget, which we talked earlier about with the whole budget for marketing and all that other crap. So before going into something else, let me answer it. Let's see, Area 73. Can we all agree Bethesda shut up all these third parties by making excuses with Doom? Hey, I mean, a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people. I got Doom on PC. I'm not saying nothing, but I've seen a lot of people playing video games with Doom, and they enjoying it. So that's good.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I mean, I've seen so many people making half-assed. Like, people are using that shitty Digital Foundry thing where they're talking about this is an inferior version of Doom, but it's like the most backwards ass compliment I've ever seen before in my life. I'm like,
no, I'm with you, but like I said, people have bought it, and I have people on my own friends list that bought it, and they enjoying it. So again, I myself got the game on PC, and it is a fun game because basically just wrecking shit. That's what the damn game is all about. He's like, the Doom guy's like, hey, go. He's like, hey, Red, go over here and shoot. And he's like, fuck you. I'm gonna do this myself. I'll do it my own way. It's just chaotic. It's control chaos. That's the best way I could call it. It's control chaos.
For it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Doom. That's what you do in Doom. I mean, no one's playing Doom for the deep storyline. People play Doom because they want to kill demons.
Yep.
No, they want to kill demons.
Did Doom ever have a deep storyline?
No, not really.
Not really.
I mean, it's literally
you open hell to get
this corporation on Mars opened the gate to hell, and they're sending a space marine to take care of business to deal with the shit. There you go. That's the story. There you go. And it has really good music. That's my one down. That's the one thing I don't like about the new Doom. The music is shit. But aside from that, I mean, it's fun. I mean, it felt a little Metroid Prime-y to me, but it's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a faster Metroid Prime. It's and more violent. But like how you go into a room and the door is locked. I'm like, come on, man. And you can tell it's gonna jump off because it has that Metroid Prime. Yeah, some shit's about to jump off. Yep, the door locked. Okay, who I got to fight now? Oh, great, a demon with arachnic legs. Okay, this is interesting.
Well, like I said, it goes back to being a good game for people for this. So I have no problem with that. And then I have, like me and Sprite was talking about. When we was at for anybody out there, I'm gonna put that video up because like I said, I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but maybe tomorrow. We went to the Zelda Live in North Carolina, and it was pretty good. And we got me, Sprite Remix, and my sister Katie. We're gonna do basically a review.
Posts.
Huh?
Nice.
Yeah, we went to the Zelda Live concert, and it was really good. So we're gonna you'll see a video about that. Out there. So, but he was talking also about me and Sprite, we bought what do you call it? Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. And again, I gonna say I didn't have high expectations. It's a really good game that I thought it was, and I like that the point that they gave the story for free, which is good. If you're gonna do that, that's where it makes me make more when I want to buy the game. If you say, okay, there's a story one, just like they did with Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2. You didn't play Bayonetta 1, here you go for free. Buy it, enjoy it. I like that. And I ain't saying for Nintendo, that's for all systems. For people who don't got the thing, because we were talking about Xenochronicles X 2 and thinking, now that it's on a different platform, it's gonna be too archaic way to do it because it was you know what? I gotta ask this question to you, Red. Sprite didn't give me an answer, so I'm asking you: is there any sequel in the RPG? I know one, but I'm just saying. Again, we play all of us play different types of game. Where when you do the sequel, that they just start up from the original game, and you don't gotta level back up or nothing like that. It just start with your level and keep going.
Mass Effect 2. No. Yeah, Mass Effect 2, and to an extent, Mass Effect 2, because like when you build your character, you can answer certain questions, and that basically determines what your like events that have happened and what abilities you've learned from the past game. I want to say Arc the Lad too, because like there was a time during the PS1 and PS2 era where if games like like if you already played the previous game and thing, it would carry your save over, but like it's not a big thing now, and
No.
I'm not sure why.
Okay, I only asked because from if you play like I did, you play Trials of Cold Steel 1 and 2. When you beat 1 and you play 2, they start you off at level 50. They don't start you back at 1 and you gotta learn these moves or whatever. And you back into it. So
yeah, I just started playing that game on PC. It's fun. It's enjoyable.
So I'm just asking. I'm just figuring out ways that because for me, with Xenoblade Chronicles X is like 2. If they do it too because of course the 1 was open ended. It's like, man. It makes no sense to make you go through all that fighting to go through the mechs, they learn the skills and the license and all that crap again. But
no, I mean the only thing they could probably really do is kind of like pull a Mass Effect where they ask you questions like, "Have you played this game before?" Maybe like ask you a question only you know if you actually played the game or beat it or something. I don't know. I mean,
no. We were trying to figure it out. You were here in the video when we were talking about it, so. We'll figure it out, but that's just another question right there. You got Area 73, which is basically to kind of like a thing to read. He's like, I'm hoping the rumors of Soul Calibur 6 are true. Need a fight on the Switch. Huh?
What, that Namco Bandai might bring Soul Calibur 6 to the Switch?
Yeah. It's
that'd
rumors,
be great.
But like I said, that'll be great. I'm not negative. I'm indifferent right there. Like I'm not happy or bad. It's just like, well, just let's see what happens. That's it.
I'm a Soul Calibur fanboy.
No, I know. That's what I asked you. That's what I asked you.
If it's anything like the Soul Caliburs we've been getting, I'm not going to be happy. But if they go back to like Soul Calibur 2 and 3,
Calibur 2 and 3,
yeah, if they go back to 2 and 3, I'll be all right with it. I mean, I hated when they added super meters and super moves to Soul Calibur. I was like, no, it's a 3D fighter. There needs to be finesse into it. You can't just build up a meter.
This isn't. I'm trying to say it right. Oh yeah, now I remember. The
what? Sorry, you cut out.
This isn't Guilty Gear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but even Guilty Gear with its super meters, like they're reversals. Like in Soul Calibur, I think it was 4 was the one that had a super meter. Like you could basically like build up your thing so high and then use your special attack, and it would basically just destroy your enemy. And I was like, that's just no.
I would say that, yeah. And to Melman, for some people, like I said, that is. I don't think so. I do not think so. I don't think the Metroid Prime 4 is done by Bethesda. Is being done by Bethesda. No, I do not think that.
What, Metroid Prime 4? No.
He said it's people rumors that. I'm like, no.
God, no. If Bethesda did a Metroid Prime, that'd be the most buggy ass game on planet Earth. That game would be unplayable for like 6 months.
Yep. So I'm thinking, no, I think they're going with somebody they know, whatever, but we'll see when that time comes.
Yeah.
Next thing will be people just getting crazy with that. Well, like I said, they said they have 3 exclusive games for the Switch, and that's pretty cool. I know one of them has to be a Tales. I just hope it's a good Tale. That's all I can say. And I got told Sprite.
Left, so I don't know.
Huh?
Hideo Baba, the guy who's been in charge of the Tales series for since the 6th gen, left, so I don't know how good the next Tale game will be.
Well, we'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. I have not played Besteria. I have it on PC, but I have not played it. I played Zestiria. I have not played Besteria. And I hope, and I said it's to Sprite as well. I can see it here in the video. Sprite's there right now. Okay. If Sprite remember, I was like, if they're going to do a Tales collection, don't make the PC version of that, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah. If you're gonna do a Tales collection and you do Tales of Symphonia, if you motherfuckers bring us the PS3 version or PS2 version of Tales of Symphonia, I'm gonna jump through time and space to Japan and kick y'all out.
Yeah, not needed. Not needed at all.
No. Although, I mean, if they want to do something exclusive and they want to be lazy, give us a Baten Kaitos duology.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not going to play the second game because I hate that game, but the first one's pretty good. Even though people say they hate the voice acting, but I like it.
Yeah. Sidekick, I was going off of what Melming says. Some people think that Bethesda might be the one making Prime 4. I was asking Melming's question. And even if I don't think Namco is also doing Prime 4.
No,
I'll be surprised.
No,
there's gonna be somebody else that you would not think of. I'm thinking that in that regard. But again, I like Metroid. We'll see what happens. They just show a screen. I'm not super. Like I said, I'm indifferent on Metroid Prime 4 because I wanted to leave that story arc alone. Just done with it. Go to someplace else and
start a new story arc. But I mean, listen. We have had enough of shit. I forgot the name of that weird energy source. Phazon. We've had enough Phazon. Do a different storyline. Now, I like the gameplay of Metroid Prime, but can we move? We've had enough Phazon. Let's do this. Let's go something else.
It's been 30 years. Can we figure out what the hell happened after Fusion? I mean,
that'd be good.
Yeah. So, but we'll see how all that turns out when the time comes. But that's funny. That's for another day. And basically, I don't know. We can hear the kids. He's like asking Andre, "Are you gonna just be there, quiet, and don't say nothing?"
Oh,
like I said, the man got kids to take care of, man. What else we got? I mean, everybody. I would think everybody except for Andre. But how about you? Did you pick up Mario Odyssey, Jewel?
I try to be careful of not watching gameplay, but I honestly was trying to get a good Switch before I do it.
Oh, you have? Okay. I'll say I don't know what I know where you at, which place you're at, and I'll say this right now. I hope you get one before Black Friday comes because it's gonna be hoo-hoo.
Yeah, people are gonna be getting knocked out, curb stomped.
Because I've looked in my around where I'm at. I see a bunch of Switches all over the places. I mean, the stores, Walmart, Target, Best Buy. I'm like, oh, okay. I said this is the lull before the storm because after Black Friday, until the end of until Christmas, you're gonna not be seeing Switches again in the store for like that constant.
Yeah, your best bet if you want to get a Switch right now, I would say anyone's best bet is just to go on Amazon or eBay or like a retailer who's gonna ship it to your house. Because if you're trying to get it physical before Black Friday, it's gonna be a fight. So it's just
I know, right?
Like that's what I did. I just ordered mine. I'm like, man, fuck that. Got it delivered to my house.
Well, again, mine is a two-pronged story, as you said. One came from kind of like Nintendo, which was the first one, and the second one, I just randomly just walked into a GameStop and found it. I was like, oh shit, all right. Hey, well, it's here, so I'll buy it. So my sister have a Switch, and I have a Switch. That's just as easy as that.
That's good. That's a smart move.
That's all it was. But I'm just the reason I'm saying that because people have been playing Mario Odyssey, getting the reviews and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm doing a video series, a breakdown of why Mario's king of gaming, and explaining to the people who want to be explained, not the haters, because I'm not changing their minds, but just that regard. And I did all in one take, but it would have been a long video, so I cut it into pieces. So there's a bonus video, and there's gonna be a part 3. I already did part 1 and 2 already. Part 1, they're gonna be bonus of the part 3. Because with the bonus, I've seen a lot of videos I could meld together to prove my point about part 3. So I'm gonna do that just for that reason. But I mean, I have not beaten the game because I've been going back and forth between 3 games. That's the problem with the Switch. There's so much games out there that you can pull apart.
It's like people are like, man, I'm gonna go play Splatoon 2. I wish I could play Splatoon 2, but I'm having too much fun with Mario Odyssey. Like people are like, I'm gonna play the Splatfest. I may or may not play the Splatfest because this Odyssey is just ruining it for me.
Everybody
in a good way. In a good way. It's not bad.
Yeah, everybody's been doing that. Like I've been basically been playing Mario Odyssey just like the pick up and play mechanic style. Not in the first time I played for a long while, but nothing wrong with the game. I'm just saying like if I have time, so okay, well I get about 4 or 5 moons and put it down. I'll get 10 moons here and put it down. So it's basically my pick up a play game where I'm just saying, what I don't feel, I'll pick this up. So that has been my Odyssey game, and I'm not gonna say I enjoy it, like the music, like the level design. And Red Fox had his review on his channel. Y'all go check it out about Mario Odyssey, and it's very in depth because it's a 22-minute long video. But hey, if you want the details of that game, I wouldn't recommend it to no other place to go than Mr. Red Fox channel. Cause this game is really it's a good game, and then it's a time sink for the people who want to go for those extra moons. Whew.
Yep.
I think we know our original crackhead Sprite. I think last Friday night he told me he's at 600. So this game,
he's got some more to go. He's got some more left to go.
Yep.
like this game has a lot of content.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get to a point where if I can't get all the moons, I know where they are, because then I know next month I'm going to be sinking my time into a JRPG from the JRPG King. So it's, it's like, I just don't,
Yep.
I mean, look, I had fun with Splatoon, but I might not get back to it till next year.
I got you. I got you. So you have that, and then there's another game that I just beat just a while ago and I had fun with, which is basically Fire Emblem Warriors. I've been playing that game, beat the main story, but of course I'm doing the extra side missions, the kind of the adventure maps, which basically the story maps. And wow, I gotta say, like I said, it took me, and I'm at level 60, 76 and 60 for my main characters. It took me, and I played it straight through. It took me 6 hours to get Lynn. Was it worth it? Yes, because she's a unique fighting character in that damn game. But holy crap, 6 hours. This game,
OP?
kind of, because she uses her style of, the illusion kind of fighting. Like she make copies of herself.
Yeah, that's like her special. That's like her critical hit is where she creates like illusion abilities in the original game. Yeah,
and
she's hard to hit, really, isn't she?
No, it's not that she's not hard. No, it's just she covers. No, she's like anybody else when you go the other way. The problem, the thing, not problem. The good thing about playing with her, which I'm getting used to, because I already done use the Master Seed and put up to Blade. We call it Blade Master. Is that she, because of her illusional, because like just Red said right there, it's not used for critical hit. It is just she controls the map very well. She's very fast. That's one. She's just as fast. She's just a little bit slower than the people on horses like Xander and whatever. But she's a fast runner, so I could get to places sometimes. But if I'm fighting a horde of people, she does the zigzag with the different illusions, and it just collects everybody so well. Like I'm like, good, clear this spot, bam, keep on moving. Let's go to the next spot. So she's worth it. I even though, like I said, 6 hours. God, this game is not, and this game is not like Hyrule Warriors. It is a game that you have to strategize. You got to strategize. You can't.
Yeah, because you have the weapon triangle, so it's not. It's
Well,
like,
it's not even a weapon triangle, but a way which I gotta get. My hat is off to because intelligent systems also work on the game for people. It's not only straight core technical game, but they really put the element of Fire Emblem in this Warriors game. They really did a good job on that because there's one map in a story where you have to balance your attacks. You cannot just go, oh, I got this. Oh, you see, huh?
You can't just spam.
No, okay, I'll explain right now. Like Hyrule Warriors, which I got the game. Me, I got Link being OP now, being at 126 level, 126. So basically, if I just swing the sword, everybody dies. Basically, so I have that. But as long as I could pick Link, or maybe Zelda or Link, because those are the next higher one I got, and they're going through the story, I'm basically untouchable because they're OP for most of the story levels in the adventure maps, not the story because the story's already done. I'm about the adventure maps. They're basically just whatever. But in Fire Emblem Warriors, there's one map that you don't have to you have to fight Xander and Ramamuru or Remo. I keep on forgetting the other, but the prince from Hoshido. They're fighting each other, but they're boxed off. And the thing about it is, you can't just say I want to get an OP character and just go on all the things. You have to take each side of. You start off at the top of the map, and then it splits, and you have to take each fort almost precisely at the same time. Because if you take one over, you have a couple seconds before Xander gets the advantage, and or if you take the other side, Hoshido's side, and then Roma, I think it's Roma gets the advantage, and you can't let them die. That's the whole point. You got to get there and stop them from fighting. And I failed that thing like I think 5 times because of that. Because I'm going back and forth. I'm like, and you try to run over, so you have to split your crew. You have to literally send one there, and just switch between each characters because you have to. So
that's a lot of maintenance.
It's a strategy game. That's the point.
It's a strategy. It is a strategy game. You're not going in blindly like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that. No, you are strategizing when this game. This is like in Hyrule Warriors. When they start the map and they say, "Are you ready to go?" They tell you, "Hey, where you want to go?" And that's about it. And that's as far as you go. But in this game, when I start a map, I make sure I get the right person. Then I go. I get the right person for the job. 1 and 2. Figure out where to attack because one of the maps in Lynn, there's 2 maps like this. So it's not even that. It's 2 maps like this to get Lynn. And one of them, Xander is the bad guy. And it's a level. I went in there in naivety. I'm not gonna lie. I went in there with naivety. He's at level 31. I'm at level. My 2 highest characters is 72 and 60. So I'm like, okay, we OP'd. I don't know if the game adjusts for it or something. It could be. I'm not saying that it might not be. It could be, but I went in there thinking naivety. Went in there, and what happened is that there's 2 dark mages that create shadow copies of Xander. And then I was like, oh, okay. And they make shadow copies of Xander. I'm like, all right. Well, all I gotta do is just keep one person here to protect the base, and some other 3 people to attack all over. But they don't just send 5 like in Hyrule Warriors. When the Hyrule Warriors, they send 5. If 1 dies, they just replace it. Nah, they send 5. Then they're gonna send 5 more. They keep on sending. They don't just replace none. They keep on. So at the end of the first time I played that map, I had freaking 15 Shadow Xanders at my base. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna win this because I'm OP. So I'm like, okay. And then come to find out, I live long enough to find out they send priest in there, and the priest restores the Shadow Xander's health. I was like, son of a gun.
Really?
So, yep. So
son of a beep.
So the strategy is, and I told people and anybody out there who want to do it, when you play that map, get your characters and just bum rush the daggone dark mages. Just rush them. Run through the force. Don't care what anybody else doing. Rush them.
So that they can't.
They will get 1 set of Shadow Xanders off, but because they're so far away from where you start. But just get there to kill them because you don't want 15 of them bastards. And then after that, you send your crew to take care of the priests so they don't heal them, and then you do it. But I failed at that like 4 times because I was like thinking I'm powerful, I can do it. I'm like, holy crap, no. And then as Red said, it's a strategy game through and through. My hats off to them. I'm enjoying this. To me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying this way more than Hyrule Warriors. They really put more of a talent into making this game. Bar none.
That's a lot of meat in the game.
Well,
Yes.
Hyrule Warriors was more of like a
for fans.
It was more of like a Warriors game with a Hyrule skin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
This game is literally more of a it's more of a form of a Fire Emblem game.
It literally is, because the strategies is you have to think when you're playing this game, and of course, so it's really good. I'm enjoying this, and going back to what we said at the beginning with Red, what you were saying, I'm with you. This is one DLC season pass I will buy. Why? Because of Hyrule Warriors, and I've seen what they have, and I've seen what they explain. See what, like you said, if the pedigree is what it is, and I've seen what they gave me the last time, I'm buying it this time, because Hyrule Warriors, they gave a lot of freaking content. Holy smoke, for $20. Sorry. I think that's not even. I think I felt like I robbed Nintendo with Hyrule Warriors season pass. God, that was too much maps and too much extra characters, and holy crap.
That's a lot one game.
Yeah. So yes, Hyrule Fire Emblem Warriors DLC season pass. I will be picking it up because, again, and hell, they're giving you free. Here's the thing, they're giving a free DLC this Thursday. Just because you don't gotta buy nothing, they're giving you for free. See, that's what a lot of studios need to do. Like, seriously, show you have love for
your fan base.
Yeah, just make them feel important. I mean, you make your customer feel good, they will come back. I mean, that's simple 101 for us, Red. Like, if you make them feel that they're appreciated and we thank you for the business, they'll come back and say, hey, I'll spend a couple more shekels in our establishments.
That's true.
Just a little, just sometimes. And the funny part is, sometimes just a little appreciation goes so far.
That is true. People forget that. They think it's always about, doing extravagant stuff. But sometimes it's the little things that make gaming worthwhile.
Special.
Well, it's just people forget that. People think, everyone's all happy about, extravagant stuff. But sometimes it's the little things that make gaming fun.
Yeah. Well, that's, like I said, as me and Red being that we're business owners, yeah. Even if you give a little appreciation, sometimes you might get a customer for life. If you just put a little more TLC in to show them, hey, you know what?
Exactly.
We enjoy that you came. We enjoy that you like our product, and hey, if you ever want to come back, basically you're good. Now we're gonna be like Olive Garden and say your family, but we'll just say you're good.
Yeah, I always hated that. They're like, yeah, you're like family. I'm like, look, first of all, I don't even like my family, so that's kind of painful. And secondly, they're like, we really, we'll treat you like your family. Please don't say that, because
I got you. Dragon Soul 15 said, people haven't liked board games that much. Would you recommend for people who never played it? I would say go. It's how should I say it? It is a meaty game. It's not as like, see, Hyrule Warriors and Warriors games to a degree is just going there, simple button mashing, and you're not. And don't get me wrong, it has that in Fire Emblem Warriors. The thing is, like I said, it has more to it than beats the guy, more than people thought. I would think if you're more of a Fire Emblem person, you feel way more comfortable playing this game than just Warriors. Because if you go in there thinking, oh, I'm gonna get me a big, that's how I see most Warriors games. Like, you get a badass character, you level him up, and you go kick ass. But in this one, you can't really do that. Exactly. You gotta strategize, as Red say, and I had to strategize. So it's not as easy a thing. I would say it's a good game to get, but again, I would say more that if you're a Fire Emblem fan, because at least with Fire Emblem, you know the triangle, the weapons triangle better. You understand? Because again, they did a great job of bringing over the weapons triangle. I was before the game came out, I was like, how are they gonna pull that off? And they put it off pretty good. In other words, if your weapon is weak against the other weapon, you can still attack them. The problem is you can't put them into that the shield break. Which in most cases when you fight, you try to fend off some of these guys taking over your forts, or you try to take over their forts, you need that so you could get some critical hits. So he's basically just swinging. Basically, if you got a lance and they got a lance and you got an axe, and you just they're gonna just basically be, because they could hit you in a critical stage, but you can't do it to them. And then if you are a Pegasus Knight, a Falcon Knight, a Raven Rider, whatever, run away from them archers, because them suckers would take, if you didn't protect yourself, they would take you out in one hit. So
one shot your ass.
Ouch.
One shot. Well, that's what it's in. No, in Fire Emblem, that's what the game was.
Oh yeah, I mean, how many times have you accidentally used like a flyer that you like the character, or you're trying to level them up and you accidentally put them near some archers and you're like, shit, no.
Yep. So you gotta watch that. So yeah, I lost one of the battles where we had to storm the castle, and I sent Camilla over, and which they didn't have the archers at the time, but of course the game tricked you and said, like, send some reinforcement. And of course this is the kind of reinforcement that just pops up anywhere. They don't run, whatever they pop up. And she was popped up right surrounded by archers, and like, son of a bitch. And basically she died because again, 2 hits and she was dead, because
that's one of the few things I really liked about Awakening, where you could pair up characters. So if a character had a weakness like that, it's like, well, it doesn't really matter because I can, and
you could do this, and you could do that in this game. You can pair up with the people to do that, so you can do that. But it's just like the main character will be fighting. So if you have Camilla and I see a lot of archers and I'm paired up, then I just switch to a sword fighter and kill them off, and then switch back to Camilla if you want to. But again, you gotta be mindful of your surroundings, because again, if they say, "Hey, the archers are coming," and you ain't really pay attention, you got into, because sometimes this game, I'll say this is where the cheapness comes from, and I'll compare to how Warriors or it's going back to the old school Warriors game, in my opinion, from what I played. It's like, okay, I just use a powerful move. I just cleared a whole room, because I like Lynn. I used Lynn, and it was 300 people. I got caught in the move. I was like, shit, I got everybody in the damn room. And then when she dropped out of the move, and I turned around, there's more people. I'm like, how the frick that happened? Come on, man, give me a break. There was nobody in this fort, and now there's a bunch of monsters in the fort again. That's the cheapness. It was like, really? So that, in that regard, when you switch back, you got to keep your eyes onto like what's going on there. But I'm liking it. I enjoyed it. Most of the games I played on my Switch, I love playing it, and it's good. And Fire Emblem Warriors, played it and I enjoy it. I'm trying to get other characters, but I might do a review for it with my sister or something like that. But it is a very meaty strategy Warriors game. I don't think I've seen a Warriors game that does this. So that's the best way I could describe it for anybody out there. Seeing it always use little things. Probably didn't need to make a flat version for flat. Yes, man, I got you. So, and the last, I don't know if y'all got out of time, but I'm gonna show something on the screen. I'm gonna share something. Hopefully, I don't actually hit the wrong button this time. This is a game I picked up from that is an indie game. I picked it up and I'm enjoying the heck out of it, and it is tough. It is Platinum Games kind of tough. It's not no simple. You better bring your game for this. The name of this game is called Implosion. That's on the Switch. Make sure so people can see it. All right, there you go. It's called Implosion. It's basically like Metal Gear, Vengeance, and Resident Evil, because of what the monsters are, whatever. And a little Metroid has to do with because of the story. Metroid Fusion, I should say. of this disease that take over everything. Like basically the X parasite from Fusion that could take over anything. But awesome production value for a mobile game. And I feel bad for the people who got to play this on mobile. Not saying in that regard, but because he got into great scores. You could go to Metacritic. He got 93 on Metacritic. So he has a lot of people love the game. Nice visuals, nice gameplay. The mechanics are very good. The thing is, again, I need physical buttons to play this game.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of made me angry a little bit about this. The Wii U. Is that with those mobile smart game ports? I'm like, come on, man.
Seriously?
I need buttons. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you need buttons. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. They have nice voice acting in here. Like I said, the arts, you can see they use two kind of art style. They use cell shaded to tell a story, which is pretty good looking. And of course, they use the visuals of try to be kind of realistic with the aim case sci-fi anyway. But they use that for the game. So the reason I'm saying like that is it's like a Ninja Gaiden. It's like a Ninja Gaiden. It's like a Vengeance, or it's like a Bayonetta, because you have I'm gonna see if we get down to the gameplay aspect of it. Should be about right here. Basically, it's an isometric view, kind of like a Ninja Gaiden that was on the DS. Excuse me. It's an isometric view, and the main character, which is Jake right here, as you've seen, he's controlling a mech that has guns and has a sword, a very special sword. So the more you strike with the sword, like Bayonetta, the more you strike with the sword, you get more power. You call it your meter, which is down, which is, I think my mouse should show you. The meter down here, which is the RA, you could do your power moves. So kind of like the Bayonetta, when you get all the witch time and everything, and then you could create you do your Umber Witch power move. Let's see if we get past all the two tutorial stuff. Yeah, so there you go. Again, I know it's gonna be slow on the YouTube because I'm taking it from YouTube, so it is gonna be a little bit slower. But I mean, I think the highest combo I've gotten is 90 combos. So you could do the whole slash, then you gotta move away. So at the beginning, as you can see right here, and look, you will think, oh, it's simple, it's no problem. Oh, it's just weird zombies just going around. That could gonna be just fodder. Nah. After a while, these sons of guns get stronger, faster, and there's different types of ones that just mess with you, because they have one of the viruses they do is they take over the just like I said, like the X parasite. They took over like an ape, a gorilla, and he be doing that, which is funny. I don't think Red remember this. If you remember wrestling, he's doing the random the Macho Man elbow.
Like his most devastating move. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the gorilla, I forgot what they call it, gorilla, but when it comes up on screen, he said, he's like, be careful of that, because that's basically a ape. That's basically they took over a gorilla, and he's like pounding his chest like a gorilla, blah blah blah. And he punches you or whatever, but then, yeah, when he does his powerful move, like you said, Red, then he pulls the elbow up and then he just jumps at you with the elbow, like damn. Okay, and right now, I mean, you have Centurions, you have Titans, you have all these big, and of course, you get to the part when I'll see if they show it in here to give an example. Of course, the end bosses, of course, it reminds you of Ninja Gaiden or again Bayonetta. No, they didn't show it. They didn't show it in here. So, but yeah, it's like big bosses, of course, big humongous bosses where you gotta find their weakness and take them down and string along your combos and all kind of stuff. And again, so how it goes is you have an X, Y is your weak attack, X is your strong attack, A is to dodge. Holding the R trigger or the R or RL triggers. There you go. There's another character right there. He has two blades and he's a manipulation of stuff. He has a spinning saw and he has a chainsaw. But holding the ZL, RL, RZ, and R button, you get these three things in the bottom right here. You could choose X, Y, whatever to produce your power moves. So, and that's what you see in the guy doing right now. When he's zooming like that, that's his power moves he's doing. So, it's a very intensive game. It gets more difficult as it goes on, of course. And the last but not least I would say about it is you can every part of the mech is upgradable. I think you have like 6. I think you have 6. I don't think the game shows it in here either. But yeah, like I said, and then basically you have a gun. The mech basically has nanobots. So of course, if you've seen right here, it also has the grading system like platinum to get the better medals, the upgrades. So you're trying to get that S. And some of them cases, you're not going to do it. And some of those, like you got to get an S and the badges, which I don't think they'll show. But the badges, holy crap. Sometimes you got to go to a whole level without getting hit once. Sometimes you got to go a whole level without even getting, without getting by the trap, which is no problem. I got no problem with I'm not getting hit by a trap. Or you can't use your sword or you can't use your gun. So the way you use your gun in this game is using the R stick. Wherever you point, once you push the R stick whatever direction, you can shoot your gun. So for his character right now, the main character, you could touch a crate box, you get a shotgun, a rocket launcher, a taser, stuff like that. The machine's recreated, but you have a regular gun that once you run out of bullets, it takes about has a cooldown to get the bullets back up. And then the Switch version, of course, we got the full version of the game, which is I'm happy for it. It's $12 in the eShop. I think I bought it for 14 something, but I think it's $12. But I think that if I remember it well, and it is you have also the story of his uncle, which I'll leave it at that. But his uncle also is in here. And he had a fight, and he uses different. He's basically he don't use a sword. He has a canine, which is good that they did that. He has a canine robot that has an AI, and he fights. You don't just stand by, you don't do nothing. Kind of like a Mega Man and Rush. But he fights. He shoots lasers and he shoots missiles. But he don't get hit. He don't get hurt, which is good. But he fights along with you. Because the reason is because the uncle, he don't move as fast as the mech. So he has a shot. He has what do you call those things? Think of him like and I think Red would know this. Like see the gun right there. Like all you gotta do is just press the trigger and you will shoot. The R trigger in the direction you want to do. Just dodge it to whatever direction you want, and you can fight away. But if anybody remember Gundam Wing Zero or Gundam Wing, and you remember Zero Wing, which is the main character's Gundam, where he has 2 guns. But then he could combine them together to make a powerful cannon. That's how the main character's uncle fight. He has 2 guns. He has a shotgun and a laser gun, and he combines them to do a powerful gun in the combos. So it's pretty cool game. I enjoy playing it. Like I said, it is difficult. Don't go in there thinking, oh, it's gonna be simple. This. Nah. Now the characters are. The bad guys are not all pushovers. Now that's some of the hazards right there. I'm trying to see if we can find. I mean, they just and you have like multiple characters that come after you, so you don't. So it gets there's one of the they call him Buffalo, but you can see you have many other people. Just don't think of it as just a simple. At the beginning of the game, it looks easy. But it really does get kind of the newest character, the newest bad guy that just showed off, kind of like Bayonetta when they show off a new bad character and they show what he could do is called Medusa. And basically, I don't just they call it Buffalo. It is called a chimera for being that we play a fantasy game like me and Red, it's a chimera because the beginning part of the person, it looks like it's a surfing character, but the tail part of it has a body too. So you can't like jump behind them and attack them because they have a body and they can see, so they also avoid you. It's like, really? Oh man, so you gotta catch them. So it's a good game. I picked it up, recommended, just like Red was saying with the Mummy Demastered, the Mummy Demastered. They have a lot of and Chemical, which is another game that got sold on the Switch, and it sold so well on the Switch that they're doing Chemical 2 exclusively for the Switch. I mean, indies are loving the Switch right now, and this is what I was talking about right here. If you see it on the screen, that you can buy all this, you can buy all this stuff. I'll just go back for 1 second. See if right, like you can do all the augmentations. So you have the main one here is the mech suit itself that determines your power moves, but then you get 6 more augmentations to make your power, endurance, range, all this stuff, and you need hack level because you have to hack some consoles to get the good stuff. So it's not a simple game. It has meat
There's
to it.
depth to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's the thing. At the end of the day, indies are doing well on the Switch. And indies are third parties. They just aren't big AAA third parties. So my point is, if small mom and pop businesses can make money, there's no excuse for your EAs, your Activisions, your Ubisofts. We can't make money on a Nintendo console. Well, that's your fault. I mean, that's not because there's not money to be made. Because look, Nintendo's swimming in those piles of money with all the games they've been selling. Shit.
Yep. Like I said, I mean like I said. We don't know about Mario Rabbids, and I'll leave that out of that. But and then Fire Emblem Warriors, I think they got hurt because Mario Odyssey was right behind it. But other than that, every major game Nintendo released became a million seller. I mean, they knocked it out the park. I know. Again, that's something that nobody. And again, I am going to do a podcast where this year Nintendo does so much stuff in gaming for the first time that nobody has ever done. That you got to be like, huh, that's just weird, because again, remember for people in Japan with Splatoon 2, they were buying the Splatoon 2 game box and also the console box for $5. Yep. That's how desperate those guys were.
The game wasn't even out yet. They were just getting the box, so when the game came out, they could put it in the.
Yep.
All I'm going to say is this.
Go ahead.
This has been perhaps the best launch of a Nintendo console in a long time.
I'm not even gonna say Nintendo console. This is the best launch of
a console period, really. Yeah. Because in the first year you got a massive open world action adventure game, Breath of the Wild, that shits on almost every other open world action adventure game. In comparison to it, you got a sequel to an award-winning, squad-based shooter, Splatoon 2. You got a new game, a new IP, ARMS. You got I'm not gonna count Mario Kart DX, Mario Kart 8 DX, because I mean that's a port. I mean it's not even it's a port of a game that had already come out with a few new characters and like I think like the battle mode and stuff like that. But then they added a body blow with Mario Odyssey.
Yep.
And then they have an epic JRPG, multi-hour JRPG coming out in December. So they have a big, hard-hitting game for everybody. You like arcadey style racing games? They got you covered with Mario Kart. You like fighting games? They got ARMS. You like slash beat 'em ups? You got ARMS. You like open world action adventures, exploration games? They got Breath of the Wild. You like old school 3D platformers? You got Mario. You want JRPGs? They got that shit coming too by the end of the year. So basically, you can't say there's nothing that you want on a Switch.
That is true. And
variety is everything on that.
Yeah. The reason I said, and for Sly Cooper, the reason I said Resident Evil, I said story. I never said the gameplay was that. Is basically the thing they move around like zombies. These guys are more fodder. And when you see the story, when you go to the not cutscene, what do you call it? Yeah, there is a cutscene. Yeah, when you do the cutscene, you see them look like the zombies from Resident Evil. That's what they look like to me. When you go to the cutscenes and you see them walking around and they have the face like they have that, like it looks like the like them. So And the reason I said Metroid again is also to the story. Metroid is Resident Evil. When I said that, it's to the story. That's what I meant by that, because it's basically an alien parasite that came from the other world, came to Earth, and it takes over the humans, and then also like the ex-parasite, it turned bioweapons or robots into its own thing. And that's what I said. That's what I meant by that with the Metroid Fusion thing. The gameplay is more of a isometric Bayonetta or Resident Evil, not Resident Evil, Ninja Gaiden thing, because basically again it's XXY, XY, 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 RF. Like you got to do combos to do some of the moves. That's what the gameplay is like. But yeah, going back to what Red was saying, like this year they knocked it out. Nintendo knocked it out of the park. I'm saying again, for anybody who wants to pick up a Switch, this is the time to pick it up, because again, Black Friday, you're gonna find. And that was funny. I saw people say about they're gonna do some price cuts. What are you smoking? No. And they didn't do it for the Wii U. What do you think they'll do for the Switch?
Seriously, they didn't do that with the Wii U. They're gonna do it with the Switch at a time like this.
Now, in about 2 years, you might see some individual retailers, once there's a surplus built up and the sales begin to die down a little bit, they might want to clear out these bundles for something else. You might see that, but not now. Not in the first year it's out. No.
But people, I don't know why people got that thinking that's what it's going to be, because it is not that.
This is not Sony and Microsoft. These are not. Nintendo is not going to lose money on their console.
Nope.
They're not. Well, they don't roll like that.
Yeah, they're not losing right now. The Xbox One X, yes, it is losing money on when it's selling.
Yeah, hopefully, because they're charging $500 for it. That shit costs more than $500 for them to manufacture, even with all the little, manufacturing.
It does, and you're right.
But don't say that, because it's the most powerful console.
Whatever. Powerful console.
Not mean anything if you don't have anything to run it.
It's like the Neo Geo all over again.
I know, right?
It's like Microsoft. It's like the Xbox, the triple Xbox feels like Microsoft said, you know what? Fuck it, we're done. We're done. We can't. We're done.
I know, right?
We give up. Basically, that's what it feels like. Because the fact that they released this game, this system, literally a week and a half after Mario Odyssey comes out, I'm like, you guys really just didn't care. With no exclusives.
No exclusives.
Yep. 0 exclusives against Mario Odyssey? Are you insane?
Oh,
that's worse than EA with that Titanfall 2.
That is true. So, yep, we'll see how that works. I don't know what they're doing, but we'll see how it works out in that regard. And also, just as you see right now in the game, like what happened is when you lose connection with your mech, as you see right now, which is a soul flare is happening at the sun, as a part of the story, you go into a psychosis where you're fighting the Xenos, that's what they call them. Zana. They call them Zana. Sorry, the Zana basically tries to take over your mind and try to corrupt you, and you have to fight them in your mind. So you'll be like basically they're telling the guy this is all an illusion, but you gotta be careful. And then next thing you know, he's in a room. The room is all the monsters are red and everything, and you got to take care of it. So it's like I said, it's more meat to this game than it is. I'm happy to bring it over, and I'll give an example too. Like I'm looking at even though I ain't gonna buy Need for Speed, I am looking at that unlimited gear Unlimited. It's a weird price. I didn't say it's a weird pricing structure though. $44.95. That's a weird one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see more of that game before I get that. Yeah, I know originally it was a
mobile game. Yes, it was
a mobile game. So I'm like,
But this, like I said, the one I got on the screen right now is a mobile game, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm not denying it. I like you read. I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna wait and see, look more of it. And if it is something that's worth it, I will gladly pick it up. If it's not, then I just keep on going. But again, Nintendo has, again, I think before when Mario Odyssey came out, there have been on the Switch when people, and it's funny when people use that tagline for the Wii U and stuff. When Mario Odyssey came out, Mario was the 100 and there was the 203rd game on the Switch. 203rd.
Yep.
You got a lot of games, man, on this console. Seriously, you do.
But
Even
don't say that because it doesn't count. That's the most important thing to realize when it comes to Nintendo. No matter what they do, it doesn't count because we need to shit on this company because reasons.
There's some weird reasons, but again, good game.
Reasons that are full of fluff.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you have different. The thing about it I like is like okay, I just saw giving to Sean Long for enthusiasts. He played he just reviewed Perception, and look at that looked interesting too because that's something different than usual. That you're using sound to recreate a horror game. That's something I might look into more and see what it's all about. I mean, there's so many different games on this console, indie-wise, whatever. As Red said in his video. Now, I'm not. If I want to buy a full game, I want it to be on a cartridge where I ain't gonna install jack squat. But that's a bygone era of installing compared to what it is now because that's what everything is gonna be right now. We know Nintendo's not gonna do it, so kudos to you, Nintendo. But and Black Friday is coming up. You're gonna find some SD cards for cheap. You're gonna find some SD cards for cheap. So go out there, and I know for sure I bought me a 120 gig SD card for $30. I'm not gonna. I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna afford it out. I think it's overkill because I'm only buying like indie games or basically that's it. I'm not gonna buy a full game because I'm gonna buy the full. I'm gonna buy the physical version because I just love not having the loading time. Bam, bam, go, have fun, keep on going. Yes, people say, "Oh, you gotta switch out the cartridge." I'm not that lazy, people. Sorry. I know people like it too that you can play all the games in your console. That is cool. Don't get me wrong, but if I need to play a game, I'll do like the old school. The only good part about it is I like my NES. I ain't gotta blow nothing, or even though that was bad for the cartridges back in the day. To blow your the NES cartridge to put it inside the NES. But it is something. The Nintendo Switch has done some great stuff this year. Hopefully, people do it, and I think this is a loss. I saw an article from a Game Business, and I agree with it for Nintendo. They got to do this. I think it would be a lost opportunity to let somebody else do this for them. I'll see if we can find it. If I can find it, let me see if we can find it. Because so I can show you guys. This time, let me press the right damn button, so I don't miss the right damn thing. It is. I think. It's honestly. It's. I mean, it's there for it. Let's see if can I find it. Because I might do this myself. I'm not gonna be negative here. I still have I myself. At first, like my sister had it at the beginning, and she don't have it now. But I never had the left Joy-Con desync on me. But I am having the right one desyncing on me now. And I playing Fire Emblem Warriors. I could tell it when he does that, which is kind of annoying. So hopefully I could set it. I'm gonna set it off and see if I could get it fixed. But let me try to see if I can find it. God, where is it? Come on. Now, if anybody knows that there are people out there who's selling, you have to have the know-how, and some people say it's not that hard to do it, which is basically the plastic to replace it. If you want to have the different color Joy-Cons, trying to find the other one that has the other stuff on it. Oh, come on, really? There really isn't. Not the shells, not the. Ah, dang it! I hate doing this when you try to find the daggone thing and it doesn't.
You mean the left Joy-Con D-pad that is like
Yes.
instead of the D buttons, it's actually a D-pad. Like
Yeah,
people
the
have actually.
D-pad.
I think, like you said, Nintendo's just going to come up with a. I think they're just going to come out maybe next year. Once they ramp up production, they'll come out with a joypad that, like, you'll probably be able to go and just buy just that thing.
Yeah,
like just that Joy-Con.
And I will be to anybody out there. I'll be honest with you. I'll be one who's gonna buy it. I'm not gonna lie with you.
Yeah, I don't even know why they went with that shitty D-pad button thing. I'm like, I mean, I know why, because you get two controllers, but I'm like, come on, man. I mean, come on. You guys are known for your awesome D-pads. Why would you mess that up?
Yep. I mean, I understand, again, they do the joypad because they wanted to have the buttons for the whole two Joy-Con thing or whatever, and for them to work out and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, Nintendo tried to do that. But for me, like I said, yes, I just want I would like to have the D-pad, and like I said, there are kits that have the whole thing that shows it off. As we can say, Highlander, he's changing his Joy-Con to be a purple see-through switch. Oh, excuse me. Purple see-through switch and stuff like that. So they might, like I said, I think they'll, like Red said, I think they're gonna do it. They're not gonna do it, and they're gonna do it sometime next year. So for people who want, if you want to get it, and I myself might just give me a regular Joy-Con and get the kit, because I do like the whole what do you call it, the SNES style buttons with the whole red, blue, the white button, the color buttons.
Yeah, I think that's what they're eventually going to do. I think Nintendo is going to make more themed Joy-Cons and Joypad Pro, Joypad Switch Pro controllers. They'll, more themed. They're already getting started with the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 one and the Splatoon one, and I mean, they're just going to keep it rolling. Now, when they make a Super Nintendo one, that's what I'm going to get. That's the one I'm going to get. Because I'm a Super Nintendo fanboy, but
no, I'm with you. Look, I am with you with what you just said. I'm 100% with you. That'll be something that I'll be down with as well too. Because that is such a that's something that is such a unique scheme, and it looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good. But they're doing it with the well, I can show you right here. This is close enough, so why not? So they're doing it with let me see. Do and share. I mean, they're doing it here with that. That's what I want, like with the buttons like that. But with us, but they have one where it's just the D-pad instead of the buttons.
That's quite neat.
Yep. So you can do it in all kind of colors, but this is just the one of them. So like Red say, it has the colors, and I might buy a Joy-Con and do this for myself. I mean,
yeah, I'm not. That's the one thing I'm hesitant about, like messing with my hardware.
No, I got what you're saying.
I was going to say warranty traps.
So yeah, I'm going to wait until Nintendo does their own sets that have some type of guarantee about it.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about own Joy-Cons. I'm not talking the system itself. I'm not changing. Yeah. I'm not changing the system like other people are trying to do with the system thing. That they doing that. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to get the Joy-Cons, because you see at different colors, the green.
That reminds me of that
there you go.
N64 back in the day.
Yep. But there you go. Like they have in this kit right here, they have it where you have the D-pad. So, yep. and basically with the thing. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna do that not with my original Joy-Cons, but with other Joy-Cons.
Probably get another one.
Yeah, and if I mess up, I mess up. That's just what it is.
Well, that's why you got the spare.
Yeah,
it's not that. I mean, like, here's the thing. I'm one of those people. I really don't like. I don't really mess with I don't really mess with hardware like controllers or anything like that. The only like with original things like I had a friend. He's like, yeah, man, I modded my SNES to play Famicom, Super Famicom games. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And then he showed me what he did.
10-foot pole.
Well, he just took the pins out so that you could use a Super Famicom cartridge in it. But I was like, I don't like defacing this, so I just like when I went to Japan, I spent like $35 and got a Super Famicom. I was like, it's $35. What the hell? Nope. Everything else worked with it, and I mean, you know, I eventually had to get a PAL converter, but it was worthwhile because I mean, a PAL converter for like at the time was like $25. I was like, well, shit, I'm good now. I can play my Super Famicom games the way they were meant to be played. Because before you just had to get a Super Famicom cartridge and rip it and then patch it and then you play it. If you were playing, like, because I'm an RPG nut and a lot of really good RPGs never came to America.
Understandable. And right now, again, now that the Switch is region free, and I mean, I know, again, allows you localize or whatever, but you can play games. So
I was about to laugh at that line.
Yeah, people are like, it's region free now.
But
I'm like,
people
I wish
want
we could see some numbers.
localizations.
Yeah, I wish we could see some numbers of all those region free games that people who said, "Oh, I want a region free console."
Well, I know the number for Sony, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I know for sure people just talk that crap just so they want to talk it. So
For me, I have somebody.
That's all it is.
I actually have somebody that complains so much about it free. I always have to remind them, why do you want region free if you can't understand the beeping language?
Well, I mean, unless there's an English option, because there are some games that were PAL that have an English option. Like there's English language in them. You can go to an English option.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are few and far between. I think really it was just an excuse that people had to bitch and complain. Because even they were like, well, my PS4 is region free. Yeah, how many region free games do you have? How many Japanese games do you have on your PS4? None. Oh, then you need to shut the fuck up.
Seriously.
You know, so.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've said this before. Region free doesn't matter. It's all about
localization.
Yeah, it's all about localization. Because really, I mean, I've played the fan translation of Mother 2. And to tell you the truth, the English version is better. The U.S. localized version is better because the writing is better. It's been, you know, like certain references have been made to American pop culture that you don't have in the Japanese version because it's very Japanese in the Japanese, you know, because Shigesato Itoi is a Japanese writer. Like he made it to appeal to that audience. And when it came to America, literally a lot of the dialogue had to be completely rewritten to appeal to an American audience. So the localization actually mattered. And, you know, even bad American localization is typically better than a lot of fan translation. Not all of it, but some of it. Like, especially the games that came over. Like, I mean, like Final Fantasy IV in America has cussing and stuff. And in America, we got you Spoony Bard, which has become a meme. So there you go.
Yeah, boy, you're so right. So, but that's
Spoony Bard.
But that said, yeah. So thank y'all for joining us on this. Like I said, it's been a long time since I did a podcast. I am gonna put up a video of I got videos I gotta put up, so I'll put them up just to see. But you know, like I said, Red Fox has his BS Busters, and again, he has a good video review of Mario Odyssey for those who have not picked up the game and you want to check it out. Check out Red Fox's Mario Odyssey review. And also, like I said, the videos I'll put up, like I said, I'll put up a video of Sprite and KD and me went to the Zelda Live. That's one video. Another one, of course, will be the Mario, where he's king still saga video that I'm doing piece by piece. I'm gonna do that, and I will put up a video of my kind of a small tidbit videos of my trip down to the islands and helping people in a hurricane. And y'all see, yeah, it was devastating, but help people. A lot of people thank me for help down there, and again for the radio station I do. We raised basically almost $1 million in US dollars to carry down the help islands down there. So went down there and make sure that the money was used the right way and help a lot of people. So I'll just do a little video, a little comment video about that on the channel just for the fun of it. But other than that, thank you, Jewel Ryder. Thank you, Mr. Red Fox, Cy Cooper, Yao, Middleman, Winster, Aries 73. Of course, Game Idea. Of course, he had to take care of family, which is not usual. Dragon Sword 15. Everybody else who joined in, thank y'all. And again, maybe you all can check the BS Busters next week. I did not mean to hijack your show, sir.
No, I literally I couldn't have started on time, so it's a good thing that there was some type of podcast going on. So that's good. Excellent.
All right. So with that said, again, catch you guys later, and you know what's going on with it. What I say, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Have a good night.